How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Brandon's Bikes YouTube channel. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to spend some time with me and watch this product review. Today we're going to be talking about the Saddlemen Lattice Stitch Road Sofa seat. But before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button right down there. Also hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a video. So today we're going to be talking about the Saddlemen Road Sofa Lattice Stitch seat. Put the part number right down there for you. I also put a link in the description. So this is Angel, my 2022 Street Glide Special. And if you're anything like me, you couldn't get rid of that stock seat fast enough. I put a few thousand miles on it, and by that time I knew my mind was made up that it was time for a new seat. Now I had done a lot of research on a lot of different seats. Looked into some aftermarket Harley seats, looked into Mustang, looked into some Saddlemen seats, the Dominator and the Road Sofa, and ultimately I landed on the Lattice Stitch Road Sofa. So right now I've got about 1,600 miles on this seat, and tomorrow I'm actually leaving for a 500-mile trip on the bike, and I thought what better time than to do a product review than right now. So let's do a walk around of the bike, take a look at the seat, we'll go over the backrest, then I'll get some pictures before and after with the stock seat and then with the Saddlemen seat. And then we'll put both seats on the table and take a look at just kind of the quality of how they're made. Then we'll finish it off with that 500-mile ride. So here's the Saddlemen Lattice Stitch Road Sofa. As you can see, it is perforated leather, it's real leather. There is some special care you have to take with that. You don't want to get it too wet. It comes with the backrest, or at least mine did. I bought mine with the backrest. It is detachable. I'll show you that in a little bit. I got the 2-up version, so you can ride with a passenger on the back. It comes with a bag in the back. You could put anything in there. You could put anything in there that you want. I actually have my rain cover for the seat back there. I'll show you a little bit more in the photos when I do the stock seat comparison, but you can see there's actually a little bit more of the tank is exposed here. The nose of the saddle is just a little bit more narrow. But I think that that is an advantage, honestly, personally. It's just easier to get your feet down on the ground when you stop. So to remove the stock seat, you got one screw back there that you're going to take out. Take that out, we'll just slide the stock seat off. To install the new seat, it's the same thing, just in reverse order. We'll slide it on, and then we'll put the screw in. As I mentioned earlier, I did get the detachable backrest. It's up to you whether you want it or not. Personally, I like it, regardless of whether it's a short trip or a long trip. It keeps me sitting in a more upright posture, and it's just overall more comfortable. So the backrest just slides in, slides out. There's no screws or wrenches or anything you need. It's very easy. Goes in just like that, and the height is adjustable. You just pull it up or push it down as much as you want. And as I mentioned earlier, it does move forward and back. There's also a set screw right underneath here. I'll show you that in just a minute. And that will allow you to adjust the backrest a little bit more, either forward or back, depending on how you sit. All right, so right now I've got the seats flipped over here on the table just to kind of show you what the quality looks like of the overall build. To me, I can see an immediate difference. The stitching, everything looks very clean on the bottom of the Saddlemen seat right here. It's got the felt. It looks very well made, very well sealed at the edges, well put together. The stock seat on the Harley, not so much. It's just very open. Looks a little bit rough around the edges for my taste. Not that anybody's gonna see the bottom of the seat, but to me, that just speaks to the overall quality of the product. All right, so let's take a look at the overall quality of the Saddlemen Lattice Stitch Road Sofa. It feels really good. The leather feels good. It is real leather. Like I said, it's perforated. It's got the Saddlemen S right there. Perforated leather on the back of the seat as well. This is where your backrest is going to go. Now you can get this in The stitching here, you can get all this stitching in different colors. You can get the S in different colors. You can actually get the lattice stitch in different colors. Personally, I just wanted the black. I've got the white bike, and I think the black just looked really well with it. So here's the backrest. Again, this is lattice stitch, just like the rest of the seat. This is the stem that's gonna go down into the seat, and there's little notches right here that will allow it to stay in place so it won't fall down on you. This is the set screw that I was telling you about. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Turn it left, it will loosen it up, it will allow it to move more. I think it allows it to go back more. Turn it right, tighten it up, and it will have more of a forward seating position. Now, if you look right here, that's where the set screw is. When you get the seat new out of the box, there's actually a nut on the back of that set screw. If you want the most forward seating position, I contacted Saddlemen because for me, it was not as forward as it should have been. So when I got the seat brand new, I put the backrest in, and it was still sitting back a little bit too far for me. My arms were pretty extended, and I wanted that more forward seating position with the backrest. So I contacted Saddlemen, asked them maybe if I was installing it wrong. So that screw that I just showed you, it comes with a nut on the back of it, and they recommended that if I wanted the most forward seating position, to remove that nut and then continue to tighten that down, and that would give me the most forward seating position. And it's fantastic. It's kind of like a cheat code. It's not something that's in the instructions, but if you're someone like me that likes to sit forward a little bit more instead of lean way far back, remove that nut and I think you'll be happy. So as mentioned before, Saddlemen does have a rain cover for the seat right here. I actually use this back pouch on the back of the backrest, the driver's backrest, to store the rain cover, but obviously you could put it anywhere you want. So for me, personally, there's two downsides to this rain cover. One, I've put the rain cover on the seat before when I wash the bike because it is perforated leather and Saddlemen recommends not getting it wet. So when I wash the bike, I'll put the rain cover on. I don't spray the seat at all. I actually spray around the seat, but it does get some overspray on it. And when I remove the rain cover, the seat is wet. So I can only imagine that if you have the rain cover on and you're riding for any period of time in a downpour or anything more than just a light drizzle, your seat's gonna eventually get wet. So that's number one. Number two, in order to get the rain cover on, unless somebody can tell me otherwise, you actually have to remove the seat. So the way it's designed is it has elastic bands around the outside of it. So it's designed to fit the edges underneath the edge of the seat, and then you can cinch it down with a drawstring. The only way that I found to get the rain cover under the seat without flapping up or, you know, coming off is to actually remove the seat and put the rain cover on. So I guess if it's raining and you need to pull over to get your rain gear out anyways, you could take that time to put the rain cover on. But me personally, I would like to see Saddlemen provide a rain cover that was a little bit easier to put on. You didn't have to get your tool bag out and get your Phillips head screwdriver out, remove the seat, put the rain cover on, put the seat back on. I mean, you're already pulling over to get your rain gear on. You don't want to have to do any more extra work. So Saddlemen, if you're watching, that is one recommendation I would say. Actually, two recommendations. One, make it easier to get the rain cover on, and then two, make the rain cover a little bit more waterproof. So here we have the rain cover. I'll show you how to get this on. You're just gonna put it over the top. There is a cutout in the rain cover for the backrest. Just like that. You want to make sure that the elastic bands, here's your elastic, that it fits over the sides of the seat. Around the back. Now when you're putting it around the back, you want to make sure that you don't cover up the hole that you're going to use to put your mounting screw in. On this side, there's actually a drawstring. You can cinch this down. It's right where the detachable backrest is, and it will help hold that on. But again, I think that it's just a little bit too involved to put this rain cover on if you have to pull over and it's raining. You know, you're either going to get it wet or you're going to have to spend that time to put it on. So here is the rain cover on the bike. You can see it's got the drawstring right here that is right there on the side of your backrest. Again, you want to make sure that it's tucked up underneath, which for me, again, the only way I found to do that was to take it off. And I didn't tighten this down, I'm just showing you on the bike, but make sure that it's not covering your hole right there where you're gonna put your screw. Just make sure it's tucked in the back there. So I think I already know what this answer is gonna be. I'm thinking it's gonna be a yes, it is comfortable at the end of a long ride. But tomorrow, at the end of my ride, it's about 8 hours ride time. I think it's around 500, 600 miles. I'll do another quick video. Stay tuned. I'll check back in with you at the end of this 500-mile trip. All right, we are all loaded up. 6 a.m. and time to hit the road. We got about 500, 550 miles ahead of us. All right, what is going on, everybody? So we finally made it. 532 miles total, all interstate, which is actually pretty boring. If you've ever ridden 500 miles on the interstate, it's pretty freaking boring. It's just straight and fast, nonstop. Anyways, back to the Saddlemen seat review. So what a better way to do a review for a motorcycle seat than to put in 530 miles, right? So what do I think? Well, you might be surprised, but to sum it all up, I actually really do like the Saddlemen Road Sofa. Now, you have to keep in mind that motorcycle seats are subjective, okay? They are subjective to your weight, to your height, to the shape and size of your sit bones, to how wide your hips are, to how tall you are, the type of riding you're doing. Are you doing long distance touring? Are you doing short rides around town? So, I understand that not everybody likes the Saddlemen Road Sofa, and that's fine, I get it. But also, not everybody likes some of the other competitors as well. There are quite a few people that do like the Saddlemen Road Sofa, myself included. So, all in all, is it more firm? Yes, the seat is more firm, it is harder. Does it sit a little bit higher? Yes, it does sit a little bit higher. Does it bother me? Absolutely not. In fact, I actually like it. Now, I will say that my butt did get a little numb and a little sore after a while, probably a couple hours. But I will also say that when I ride around in my wife's car and in my truck for long distance road trips, the same thing happens. If you're not moving around, if you're sitting still, you're stationary, you're not getting up, you're moving around, you're not stretching your legs or anything like that, you're gonna get sore, okay? Your butt's gonna get sore, at least mine does, and it's gonna go numb at some point. So, you know, you just gotta pull over and take those breaks and stretch the legs out. But all in all, I highly recommend the Saddlemen Road Sofa. I also highly recommend that you go demo your own seat. Don't just take my word for it. Use this video to help you. Take it with a grain of salt. Make your own decision in the end. Thanks for watching the Brandon's Bikes YouTube channel. As always, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Until next time, stay safe, keep the rubber side down.